Hello everyone, today we are going to play Shinobi 3. Here's how the story begins. He is stronger than steel, and moves faster than a whirlwind. Sometimes he hides in mud, other times he transforms his shape like an ever-changing cloud. Although his fighting spirit burns like fire, his mind is as calm as still water. Violation of the commandments. Should Shinobi fail before completing the mission, he will disappear before the dawn and vanish forever. Keep this knowledge in your heart and mind. From the secret manual of Obaru Ninjutsu. As you can see, this game came out 4 years since the second game. Here's a little bit of background for this game before we begin. That is, if it shows any background. Nope, it's just a demo. Alright. Now before we begin, we're going to do an expert difficulty. And we're going to start with 60 shurikens. This is how our controls will be set up. Let us begin. Before we continue, I will say that the controls in this game are a lot more in tune, because when I first played this game, I played this first and then I played the second game. So whenever I got to the first game, it felt weird that he couldn't run or anything. Now in this game, he can block without needing to pow, so that's one positive thing I can say about this. But after this game, I don't think they made another game in the series until pretty much the 2000s. This series was pretty much dormant for a while. They did make a game literally this year in this franchise. I don't remember the name, but I know it's on Steam. Anyway, we're slowly maneuvering our way into getting to the end of this level. We have to face two of these guys right here before we face the actual boss. Now, what I like to do against this boss is maneuver my way so I don't get hit by his projectile, and then just spam it, but I didn't actually time it right, so I guess we'll just take the hit and just continue. We are now in the second area of the first stage. Before we continue on, there is something that you can do. If you jump up, you can wall jump on this wall and get these hidden goodies. Things that are up here is a ninjutsu and a little bit of shurikens. Now, when we get to the bosses, most of the bosses you'll see are very familiar to the second game. Like it's paying homage to the second game more than the first. Anyway, let's continue on. Right here is a checkpoint, and you probably may need it or not, depending on how everything goes. What I find funny is they did reuse the sound effects for spikes from the Sonic franchise. So they had the same exact sound effects. Anyway, we're slowly but surely making it towards the end, while jumping when we have to and making sure not to take any unnecessary damage, because just like the game before this, taking damage basically makes us lose our POW. And as you can see, I don't have my POW anymore, so anyway, there's something else you can get over here. You can go up here, and this is the last hidden goodies. There's an extra life over here and some shurikens. But before you go, get this heart, and now we'll be facing the first boss. How this boss goes is he attacks first, and then he leaves an opening for you, and then you jump over him. Sometimes you may want to double jump so you don't accidentally take it. I thought I mistimed that jump for a second. I mean, one regular jump isn't high enough to actually get past him, but I would rather do the double jump so you can actually have more leeway into making it so he doesn't hit you. I won't need any ninjutsu until probably the third stage area. Depends on how everything goes. The boss is almost over with. Since we don't have power, we don't do as much damage as we would if we did have power. I think he's one hit away from being done. And we're done. We're now in round 2. Dang, secret entry. Well, first, as you can see, we're riding horseback. Slowly but surely getting towards the entrance to where we're gonna be pretty much be for most of the level. I like how I missed the POW. Love that. Just slowly but surely take care of the enemies as they get on the screen so they don't jump and make it so you do not actually have the ability to get rid of them. Just like it just did. I like to hang back and right here so I don't accidentally collide with them when they get on the screen. There will be an extra life and showing up right there. I like how I just mentioned it, it just showed up. Jump over this. And now I think we'll be facing the boss now. Because the boss hides behind that kite that you kept seeing in the background. And this boss is pretty much the second boss that we faced in the Shinobi 2 gang. I don't know how I'm supposed to dodge those spears. I never am able to. Still don't know. One thing I do know is I hang back because I know he can't hit me there. And we finished the mini boss, and now we're inside. But before we even continue on, there is some hidden goodies as well in this level. I love how I got the power and didn't lose it immediately. Love it. I'm trying to slowly but surely go. Anyway, if you go up here, there's a shuriken right here. I'm trying to do the double jump, and I think there's some stuff over here. Yes. And then here it is some more shurikens, and then up here there is a shuriken and some more shurikens for whatever reason. I thought it'd be something else, but there's another one that's up somewhere. I forgot exactly what spot. It's not up there, it's right there. And as you just saw, he blocks even without the POW, so as you can see, it's a lot easier to use this, but what's weird is I'm trying to do the double jump and it's not letting me. Trying to duck down and just attack the guy with the shield. Hit this, try the shuriken, and now we are gonna slowly maneuver ourselves on this elevator, which will literally be what we will be on pretty much for the rest of this level. As these enemies appear as we keep scrolling up higher and higher. Doing our best to not get hit. There will be a spot where we can get some health. Once we get past this spot that's alarming everybody that we are here. But that's higher up from here. You can grab onto these if you didn't know about that, but there's literally no point in that right now. To hold on to something like this, you just hold the up button so you can grab on. There's a bomb right there, and then a some shurikens. Make sure you don't take a hit from the bombs, obviously. There's the POW, and then go out here. Then we can take a hit that we shouldn't have took. Grab this one because you're gonna need to. And grab this one, and then grab this one. There's a heart over there so you can replenish your health. Double jump up here. Hold on to this. Get some more shurikens. And just let the screen scroll until you get to the end. We're very close to the end. Don't accidentally get smushed to death. Or let the camera kill you if I would have fell down there. There's no more enemies, so I can just do this freely. And now we're on the second boss. Now what this boss likes to do is do this. And when he does that, you can't actually attack him. What he also likes to do, besides that attack where all them projectiles you see, it likes to reverse your controls and make it hard for you to actually maneuver. But it didn't do that, which is funny since it never did that, and we're done with the boss. We are now in round 3. Body weapon. We'll basically be in this lab full of all of these capsules full of whatever they have in there. And we have to slowly maneuver our way through this as we take on the boss that will be rather repulsive to look at once we see it. Let's continue on. Climb up here and there will be some goodies up here. Shurikens, and not only the shurikens, but wow. What I like to do against these is literally jump kick, because if you do not, well, you'll just basically do that. Bump into them. I don't want you to bump into them. Now the next set, I have no choice but to bump into them. Basically, since they're off screen, and I have to jump up towards them. Jump down. Like these. I love how you just went through that one. Get this heart so we can get some life back. Get these shurikens. Now, if you ever do that running attack like I just did, there's a bomb, well, you're gonna take a free hit. So right there, if I would have did that jump attack, run-in attack, I would have literally lost some health because of that bomb. There's nothing else up here, now we can just head down. Continue to the right. Grab onto this. Now, what I like to do is grab most of the stuff before I get to the end. Heart right there if you need it, and right here are 2 things. I think one's a POW. Whatever you do, do not accidentally take any damage from these, because they love to hit you. They give you a real small room for error. I'll grab onto this. Grab the shurikens and then just grab onto the ceiling and follow your way basically to the right. There's a box right here. Grab this box and get the ninjutsu. Yeah, I recommend doing it as you're holding on to the walls, because as you just saw, I took unnecessary damage. And here's the mini boss. We're basically facing those little enemies that we were kicking to death. After After a certain amount of them, stage will end and then we can continue on. And we barely made it through. And now we can get our health back a little bit right here. Won't refill it completely, but we'll refill it enough. See that thing in the background right there? That's gonna be the boss we face. Look forward to him. He can attack us from the background. That's why I'm hurrying so he doesn't be able to. There is some goodies up here. One thing that tells us if you're speedrunning this game, don't go up here. Because you have to slowly let this thing sink you back down just so you can literally be able to get further in this stage. Continue along. And as you can see, he just hit me with his move. Got rid of my power because of that. And now we face the boss. Now, before we begin, as you get into harder and harder difficulties, his cycle is a lot faster than it would be if it was easier. So, if this was easy or normal and whatnot, his little counterattack would be a lot slower than it is now. You'll see what I mean in a second. Like right here, I just hit him. You see his hand appears immediately. He counterattacks pretty much instantaneously. So, like I said, just do your best and not accidentally take too much damage from his counterattack. Now he will do an attack where he opens his mouth and he sucks you in. I'm using ninjutsu so I don't accidentally take that hit, just in case I wouldn't have dodged it. You can actually beat him in one cycle. You don't even have to wait for him to reappear, but given the circumstances, it's kind of hard to do that. Doesn't give me much room to do this. He's gonna reappear pretty much instantaneously. Don't let his hand get to you. And we're done. Yeah, I basically made this boss easy. Could I have done it without ninjutsu? Yes, but would I recommend it? No. We're on forest destruction. Before we start this level, before we start the real part of this level, we will be surfing on a board, which is one of the most funner parts of this game. I hope that it gives me a freaking thumbnail of this. But I won't know until I actually upload this. Hard to believe this game came out 32 years ago. Doing my best to not lose my power again. I don't think those things have ever hit me, really. Of course, there's this enemy that wants you to lose your power. And you get it right back. I don't know if there's another guy that does come from behind and get you. We'll find out soon, won't we? Alright. Same guys. I think this is the one that gives you extra life, and it is. And now we will be facing the boss. You see those two things right there? One of them is the boss we're gonna face next, and one of them is gonna appear right here. And then the other guy, and the other one you see, we won't be facing that until we get to the next round. And we'll be facing them. On land instead of water. As we're facing this one. Come on. There you go. Now, as you can see, we are above water. So, we have to be very careful with how we platform in this level. Because if you aren't, well, as you can see, we could have accidentally met our demise right there. We don't want that. I didn't know you can grab on the bottom of those. But I knew I can grab the bottom of the pipes. I love how you can put a bomb there knowing you're not likely to actually go right there. Thing is, you can look down in this game. As you can see, boom, died. That's my first death. Not bad. Considering the fact that I'm thinking the first and the second game I would have been dead by now. Good thing is we're in the beginning part of this stage, so I can pretty much get all the shurikens I just lost back, but not all of them. But that was not ideal. Double, double, triple. Well, that was not in my favor. I think we got our life back. Get some help. I don't know what's below me. Anyway, continuing on. I think right here is a checkpoint. Right here. I love how some of these enemies are from the second game as well. There are some hidden goodies right here. Ow, and some shurikens. Now, most of the enemies you see will appear as either in the sky or out of nowhere. Like right here. Got this flying enemy, and then you got this guy right here. Trying to get rid of the flying enemy so I don't lose my power from him, and the reason why I didn't lose my power to him touching me is due to the fact that he didn't actually hit me, do any real damage. I guess, I don't know. I think over there is some more shurikens. To get over there, you literally have to do the double jump. I love how I'm literally touching pretty much the last pixel of it, and there's an extra life right here. Jump directly down, because as you saw, if I would have pressed any input towards the right, I would have lost a life. Anyway, continue on, and now you see that we can destroy these pipes, which will blow out steam that can actually damage it. What I'm trying to do is hit it, but it won't let me get it, so I have to do that. That's a bomb right here. And right there, to get through that, you have to jump through the platform just to get to it. We'll be doing that as soon as I get these items over here. But there is an item over here. There is no reason why they won't put you over here. Nothing. And there's another extra life. So we could have literally 8 lives right now. I didn't lose one. Anyway, jump through here. Grab the POW if you need it. There'll be another enemy we have to literally destroy as we go. Because if you don't, it can actually hit you off and knock you into the pit below like those pipes just did. Good thing is we're at a checkpoint. Bad thing is we got a lot of stuff we just gotta redo. Now, I don't think extra lives reappear. If they do, then that would be an exploit. I guess it won't hurt to find out. And now you see, if I had power right there, I would have been. They reappear. Yes, they do. So basically, there's no downside of dying in this stage, I guess. As long as you keep getting that extra life. Except for losing all the shurikens we just had, that's pretty much the only downside. Another downside is the fact that we have to have them heights above us. Where are they at anyway? They all the way over there, okay. So we have to be careful. Alright. No, destroy it and then go. Making sure I grab most of the items I may need. I think this is a bomb right here. Oh, there's a bomb over here somewhere. That's one thing I do know. Accidentally took health damage there. Oh boy, I didn't even see the enemy. I didn't lose my power, there's that. Now, there's a boss suspended in the air. You can grab onto that pipe, or you can do what I do, which is just wall jump. As soon as I grab a boss. Now we got another ninjutsu. I'm gonna be using ninjutsu to face this boss. It makes this boss pretty much so easy. And right before you get to the end, you see we get another set of POW. Alright. I'm gonna use the invincible. Because if I use that, guess what? I have some extra hits. I can keep my power a little longer. And just like the second game, we still have the same ninjutsu. I'm gonna make this boss so easy because of the fact that I got this ninjutsu activated. And the foul helps too, and we're now done with the boss. Just like that. That's why I wanted to use ninjutsu. Round 5, Electric Demon. We're outside. There's literally nothing over here. I don't know why they put that there. I guess to throw you off. Now, those are mines right there. Do your best to not stand on them. As you can see, standing on everything too long in this level will cause us to lose some life that we don't want to lose. Jump. Jump. Good thing about using that, even though I get hit, it doesn't count as me getting hit. That run and attack thing. I love how that little bomb thing did too. At least we get some more health back. The only way you can attack downward is literally that, or doing that jump kick move. And now we are pretty much at the end. Just gotta do a little bit of finagling, really. I think there's a heart coming up soon. I love how I ran straight into that. I would have had full health if I didn't take another hit. And we are almost done. Gotta deal with these last area of enemies, and trying to run, and sometimes it won't trigger the run. And now we have our health full. And now we face the one that I literally told you about last level. You have to do this. Or just jump in. That's wonderful. Get ready. That refills my health, and not only that, but I lose that life. But that's fine. This level has extra lives, so I'm fine. As long as I go get them, I'm fine. See that little dinosaur in the background? Guess what? That's one of the bosses. That's the boss we're gonna be facing. So, yeah. In this level, as you can see, most of the platforms we have to deal with, or you have to destroy by literally destroying the platforms with the bombs. There's two ways you can go about it. Going this way, you literally do that run and slash move, or you can do that weird, you can make it hard on yourself by literally keep jumping until you actually make it over there. But what I did is pretty much the recommended way of getting to that. And as you can see, it gives you extra life. And you please. Okay. You saw that, the bullet went through me. First area of this stage is easy. I'm gonna speed up this explosion. Now, what I would recommend you do, wait until this explodes and then hold up so you can literally grab that pipe and then get these shurikens before you go to the next door, because you can't go back. Because every door, I think, counts as a checkpoint. I'm gonna get rid of all these ground enemies so I don't have to deal with them later. One thing that sucks is I didn't mean to destroy that box. That box is gonna destroy the platform on the floor, and causing it to actually make it harder on us to actually advance. But yes, as you can see, some of the platforms can be prematurely destroyed to a point where you can't actually go to that spot anymore. Right now we're waiting for that platform to show up so we can jump up here. There's some good stuff, there's some goodies up here. Grab these pipes. Continue to the right. Get this ninjutsu. Then just go to the next door. Now, yeah, this is the room. Now, there's a bomb right there. You destroy that box right there, it'll destroy this whole entire floor. And if you destroy that floor, guess what happens? Well, you won't be able to actually stand on the platform. You would have to literally use that pipe at the beginning just to be able to get further. You would literally have to hold up anytime you go this way. Anyway, let's continue up. This one we have to destroy so we can even advance in the level. But just don't destroy that boss right there. I think there's one, I think I'm correct, but there's one more room before we get to the boss itself. Destroy this platform, get on this platform, and then just wait. You literally have to use this platform just to get to the next point. Reason why is because this is the right way to actually advance in it, but you got to go down here just to be able to advance the level. You have to go down this path. Oh, lovely. Then you have to hold on to this and then use this. Destroy it faster by using your shuriken, and now you can actually end this area. Go to the last spot before you get to the boss. Last spot before the boss. You have to go on the right path just to be able to actually make this level advance. Don't. Well, as you can see, you would have blocked off the. We would have been blocked off the real path to the end. Yes, you can actually do the wall jump and get up there. I think there's an extra life over there. So let's go ahead and try to get that. Oh, I had to go this way. Okay. Good thing I did go back this way. I don't think there's anything over here. Nope, there is not. Alright, continuing by going on this path. I think this is the path I was talking about that had an extra life or something. Yep. And me getting all these extra lives will be helpful in the boss that we're gonna be facing later. The last one, not the next one. That's how I like to beat this game. We got 249 shurikens, a lot of POW, got a lot of shurikens, and now we are done. Just don't lose your POW now. Alright, let's make this boss easy. I don't know a real right way to actually dodge those energy blasts. I guess you can actually attack them, but I don't ever have to aim for that. And we're done. That's why I want to make sure I check the POW so I can just easily defeat this enemy. We are now in round 6. Traps. Trap starts with a platforming part. A lot of platforming and jumping. One little mistake can cause us to lose a life. You're gonna have enemies appearing on platforms, and as we get higher and higher up, platforms get smaller. So go fast, but not too fast. And look at that, the platform is smaller. I think I stepped on the platform below, but then prematurely died. Good thing is, no matter what I get the POW early. As long as I don't miss it. But every time you do this stage, yeah, we have to wait for this screen to advance. I hate this level because of that. I don't even know what here knocked me down. With one of these enemies that I didn't know that didn't get to appear yet. Oh, that's nice. Now there is an extra life in this stage. Believe it or not. It'll appear on the left side. so it's not gonna appear just yet. That's exactly why I like doing the rolling thing. I think it's gonna appear. Wow, you just jumped down. I think we're at the beginning of the stage again. Yep, we are. Yep, I'm playing worse now. Alright, I think we're back to the spot where we just died. To be fair, most of this level is pretty much similar. Why did you jump down? Alright, we actually made it further than last time. See if my good luck continues. Or bad luck in this sense. But there is an extra life in this stage, but I don't know when it appears. Because the flying enemies, I like to use that jump attack with the shurikens, but yeah. Now, when we get to the end, we have to just jump at the end just to be able to get further along. Don't know when it's gonna end though. I don't see any more enemies. There it is. Trigger the actual boss, literally hit the feathers so you can get him to stop being feathers and actually attack you. You have to hit him enough, no matter what. The power is useless in this one. Since you literally have to hit him enough. Power helps with this part. Come on. I think there's one more set and then he's gone. And now we are able to advance to the next part of this game. Now, there is a hidden boss behind here, and what I like to do is you can hang on the ceiling so you don't have to deal with all these enemies unless you want to deal with them. That's on you. Now this part you have to deal with a lot of platforming just to be able to get to the right path. Fortunately, as you saw, we have a lot of enemies literally causing us to lose pretty much all our health. But as long as you go a certain path, you can get your health back and not lose a life. If you accidentally jump down here, you have to redo everything. Unless you use the ninjutsu to jump back up there, but I don't recommend that. Reason why is so you can keep your ninjutsu. As you saw, it was a hidden ninjutsu, and I don't know why he's jumping down. I'm not holding down. I am literally not holding down. I don't know why he's jumping down. Love it. Getting hidden midair is fun. But the path we went on was correct. If it will let me get up there, that'd be nice. And yes, the bosses do reappear, so I can get my health to full from this boss alone. That's fun. Technically, you only need one wall to really wall jump, so there's that, and we just lost our pal. The thing is, since we're on this side and we're not on this other side, we can just redo this. Ow. No, like I said, whatever you do, if you're trying to actually advance this level, don't fall. But the right path is to the right. You're gonna be dealing with these little things that can smash you to death. That are located right past these enemies right here. Don't go through that door. That door doesn't take you anywhere. Now what's funny is those spikes don't actually damage you really. What actually can kill you is literally you getting smushed to death. As long as I don't gravitate towards that spot, I'm good. Continuing on. This is the correct door. And that's the door to the boss. The order door right there takes you back. Not only that, but there's another thing. If you go further along and go over here, there's a box full of all of this, and there's also another ninjutsu if you want to grab it. So as you can see, I can have 3 ninjutsu right now, just for this boss. If I can get back up there, that'd be nice. The thing is, you got the platform on these boxes, and destroying the boxes basically makes it so you can't advance higher. So whatever you do when you're on them boxes, literally don't hold down. Because holding down will actually cause us to lose a life. Ow. Continuing on, do not slow down. Don't have PAL, which sucks, but it is what it is. Now let's actually beat this level, since now we have ninjutsu. Just wait until this does that. If we weren't able to grab the ceiling, it would be a lot harder to get through that. Alright. One's the fake and one's the real one. We're gonna use the ninjutsu, and then we're gonna figure out which one's the real one. This will be it. When they're on the same plane, it's a lot easier to figure that out. don't know if this affects me yet. Kinda had to do that since I was low. Technically I didn't have to since I had invincibility, but whatever. And now we're done with this boss, and now I think the next round is the last one. Is it? Yep. Round 7, the final confrontation. There's no mini bosses in this confrontation. However, it's a very, very long stage. Goes without saying, do not let that steam actually kill you. If I can attack this, that'd be nice. It takes 7 hits to destroy that thing. Love how we just fell straight down. Love that. Again, love how we just fell straight down. It's like this game knows I'm trying to use my extra lives. Getting rid of all of them before I can use them. So as I said, don't lose your lives by falling down and stuff. Just continue on and doing your best to not take unnecessary risks. Now when you have the POW, you do 4 times your damage. That's why it only takes 2 hits to destroy that thing. My least favorite jump. I think if you get hit, you literally cannot reattach to the vent. And this gives you more shurikens, but what we have to worry about is these things that's gonna shoot us and cause us to lose our power, but it doesn't matter since most of these things over here only take 1 hit. As we keep going up, we'll see more and more of these. Trying to not take too much unnecessary damage. Ends up taking unnecessary damage. I think this is the last area with these things. It is. Now we jump up and get our heart, because if you don't, well, this part will be a lot of fun. If anything, do not get hit by the projectile. As you can see, the projectile does a lot. Yes, you can destroy them. You can see. However, that first part is kind of hard to destroy them. As we have all them things trying to shoot at us. Continue on, do not take any unnecessary damage. if memory serves correct. The next part is literally us wall jumping. And we have to make sure we avoid. Love that this thing's literally following me and I can't even do anything about it because I can't see it. Guess we had a checkpoint. Good. The other one, that thing is destroyed. I don't have to worry about that anything really. Health is fine. Us having 1 life isn't though. I'm used to having at least 5 lives right now. But that's neither here nor there. Alright, this is the spot. Nope, it's the next area then. We're actually inside now. We get through here, you wall jump, but I mistimed it. Yay! Wall jump right here. I hope you've gotten used to wall jumping because there's gonna be a spot where we have to just keep doing wall jumping the whole time. And you have to wall jump there. There's a bottomless pit there. Make sure you're holding up when you go up there so you don't lose a life from. Not lose a life, but take damage from that. Run and attack. Run attack. Ninjutsu. I need some help and I need it bad. I love how I can look up and down. Now we have these platforms that's gonna help us appear and reappear. Obviously we have to slowly maneuver our way with these platforms. I only have 2 bars of health left, which means I can't take any more real hits. Good thing is no enemies show up in this whole entire sequence, so all we have to do is literally platform to our best abilities. Now these things right here go down. So slowly maneuver your way through these platforms. Don't take the damage from the electrical things above. One thing that's down there is an extra life, I think, and I need it, so. I think there's another extra life in this too. Love it. I think it's right above this. Oh, it was ninjutsu. I'll try some more health. Alright. Come on, gang. I double jumped. Did I pass the spot where you can... Yes, I did. Okay. I literally pressed double jump and it didn't double jump. Don't know why I can see there. It does that. What a time for it to not double jump for me. I barely made that jump right there. Why did you jump? He did it again where he just jumps down. I'm holding up and he's jumping down. I hold up. I'm gonna jump down. Yeah, that's a good idea. You want to win? Guess what? I'm gonna make it harder for you. I'm gonna jump down knowing I'm holding up. I'm literally holding up and he still jumps down. And as I said, he jumps on the platform below. Wow. Just wow. Just freaking wow. Oh, there's continues. Only issue is I have to start this from the beginning. Okay. Those two bosses that were right there, there's another life right there. Alright. As you can see, I died since that's the last time you saw. Ain't that swell. Now here we have to wall jump. And as you saw, I just took unnecessary damage. And now here they want you to jump as soon as you literally it goes through the wall. Yay, at least I can get that extra life back. Right back. Alright, attempt 2 of this mess. Alright. I guess they figured that you're gonna lose some health doing this. I love how I still lost health from that. What they want you to do is to do a run and jump, then grab this. Jump on this and then jump. Another run and jump. There's nothing down there. And once you pass this door, it's just a wall jump fiasco now. Now after a while, there will be some of those electrical things that appear that we have to time our jump so we don't take any unnecessary damage. Boom. There's another one, and another one, and another one, another one, and another one. And now we're done. Now the one thing they did right, they refilled your health, gave you power and everything. Once we pass that door, we have to beat this boss. We're gonna use ninjutsu. No matter what, we're using ninjutsu. Alright. I don't know the right way of dodging that, so I don't ever dodge it. I don't know if we're close to beating him, but we beat him. Okay. Alright. Okay. I just basically beat the mess out of him just like that. I didn't even need to use exploit that. First try, for real. And now we have reached the ending of this game. The ending of the trilogy that came out in the 80s and early 90s. The battle has ended. The wing of darkness burns and shakes the earth as it lands. The silent wind gently surrounds Musashi and comforts his wounded body. In this world of confusion, evil will continue to thrive and will rise again one day. When history takes another turn, there will be a man running in the darkness. He will be a shadow. He will be a Shinobi. Now, the one thing that can be said about this game is, just like its predecessor, We end with the moon slash sunset showing as we continue on our journey of defeating evil and staying within the shadows. As the credits roll to show the ending of this good game, it makes you wonder what made them no longer make any real attempts of a trilogy, I meant to say another sequel, until later years. Don't get me wrong, they still use the character of Joe Musashi. He's appeared in party games, like one of the Sega All-Stars racing games. So he will always be remembered as one of the few original Sega IPs, just like Alex Kidd and others. The main thing is Sega came a long way, and the fact that they still exist considering all the goods and bad that they have put throughout the years, it makes you wonder, had everything went their way, would they still be creating gaming consoles still? Because their last game console came out in 98/99. But with that being said, that's the end of this trilogy that came out in the 80s and 90s. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and take care. And as the credits say, to be continued, but not in the 90s. The sequel didn't come out till the 2000s or 2010s, one of them. Anyways, I hope you enjoy me redoing this game. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and most of all, take care and be safe.